LOL. You actually thought we'd miss Cabo for that? My sister's reply hit my screen like a slap. Mom chimed in next. Don't guilt us. This trip's been planned for months. I stared at the thread. 3 dots blinked, then stopped. I typed, my mistake, sent it, closed my phone. They thought that was the end. The thing about family is, they train you early on how much you're worth to them. When I was 9, Mom forgot me at a school recital because she had a spa appointment. At 13, Dad missed my science fair because he had work drinks. And my sister? She specialized in cruelty dressed as humor. By adulthood, I'd stopped expecting rescue. I learned to drive myself home from the ER at 17 after collapsing in gym class. So no, this wasn't shock. This was confirmation. Still, I needed them to feel it this time. The surgery wasn't optional, not cosmetic, not something I could postpone. The kind that comes with sterile white walls and nurses speaking in hushed tones. I could have hired a driver, called a friend, paid for a ride. But the family group chat wasn't about logistics. It was a test. One I knew they'd fail. Their Cabo trip wasn't cheap, booked months in advance. Photos of white sand and infinity pools already lined my sister's feed. They were proud of that trip, almost as proud as they were of never admitting when they were wrong. Perfect. I didn't explode. I didn't beg. I planned. 2 days before my surgery, I called the hospital. Quiet voice, specific request. The nurse listened, hesitated, then agreed. All within policy, technically. The morning of the 15th, they wheeled me in. Sterile lights above, mask over my face. I drifted out thinking about ocean waves crashing into my sister's perfect vacation hair. They didn't hear from me for 24 hours. No texts, no calls, until the second day when the nurse made that call. I imagine my mom picking up in her resort suite, music thumping in the background. Mrs. Hale, this is Nurse Lopez from City General. I'm calling about your daughter. Pause. No, she's stable now, but there was a complication during surgery. We had to keep her overnight. She'll need someone to help her home once she's discharged this afternoon. Legally, she can't leave without a responsible adult to sign her out. I don't know exactly what was said next, but I know my mother. She would have turned, eyes wide, to my sister. Cabo sun still wet on their skin. The vacation suddenly tasting like salt and guilt. They had 2 choices: stay, finish their trip, prove me right, or cut it short, fly home, spend thousands just to save face. They flew home. When they walked into my hospital room, I was sitting up in bed, hair washed, dressed in clean clothes. Mom's smile was tight. My sister's mascara was smudged from the flight. You should have told us it was serious, Mom said. I just tilted my head. I did. You just didn't believe me. Silence, thick enough to choke on. I signed the discharge papers. They drove me home in awkward quiet, my sister scrolling her phone like she could scroll herself back to Cabo. The real sting? By the time they returned, their resort had resold their suite. No refund. The flights they rebooked were triple the price. And every photo they'd planned to post to make people jealous? Never taken. I didn't even need to raise my voice. Just one small truth, placed in the right hands at the right time. When they dropped me at my apartment, Mom muttered, "Next time, just call a friend." I smiled, slow and deliberate. "Oh, I will. Don't worry, there won't be a next time for you." The door closed behind me. And for the first time in years, I didn't feel like the forgotten one. I felt like the one who decided the ending. Funny thing about revenge, you don't have to destroy someone's life. You just have to make them live with the truth they've been avoiding.